Oh, great.
Andrew, can you just make sure you sit back for me just a little
Sure,
bit
sure.
so you don't block the shot. And can you say your name and your outlet for me, please?
Sure, it's Andrew Galligan, ScreenSlam.com.
Anytime you're ready.
Galligan.
Thanks. Well, first off, I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was great. I thought it was hilarious.
Cool.
Can you tell us a little bit about the film and why you decided to make this movie?
Yeah, I mean, it all sort of happened organically. I mean, I had a conversation with a friend once and said, isn't it weird how women don't ever voice over movie trailers? It's like always this disembodied male omniscient voice. What's up with that? And then that's where it started, the inception of the idea. And personally, I have almost an alter ego that's a vocal coach. So I am obsessed with voice. I always have been. I notice it in other people. I notice it in myself. I think of it. I went to drama school in England, not to be pretentious, but the point is,
People speak over there a lot.
They talk a lot in England. No, I'm just kidding. But in conservatory training, they do this thing where in the first year you don't get to do any plays or any acting. You just work on voice, and it was great for me. A little frustrating, but I did sort of go through an intensive course of really understanding the musculature and the mechanism that supports you to speak. And so I became even more obsessed, and dialect and learning different sounds phonetically and where breath and voice connect. And so it just became such a petri dish of fun discussion to then build characters off of. And when I came to LA, I wanted to be a big voiceover artist, and I was not able to do that because it's a clique. And I thought that was really interesting. There's really a hierarchy that you're not allowed into. You have to really build your way into it, like anything, really.
Yeah.
And so I immediately tapped into the interesting chaos of characters that existed in that business.
You have such an interesting and diverse cast in this film. What was it like, not only acting alongside of them, because I know you have worked with a lot of them before, but also directing them?
I feel very, very lucky that I got the cast that I did, including Demetri. I really do. I'm really proud of my friends in this movie and the performances, because sometimes it's almost harder to ask your friends to do something for you because you know that they have what their life is like, that you know that they're busy, that you know them as husbands, as wives, as fathers, mothers, so you know that they're trying to get their own projects off the ground. So really, I say with great appreciation that they're a part of it. And also, it could be a train wreck. You don't know. And then it's still on your resume. So, everybody took a chance and really showed up. And I only hired people that I felt comfortable with, and asked people who I felt like
Cool. It's a collection of people who are kind of hustling, too.
Yeah.
This person's got a script. That one's on another show right now. Someone's doing a stand-up tour. So it's kind of cool.
All content makers.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to get to be at that lunch table, too.
Yeah.
When Tig's there that day, or Nick Offerman, and you're just talking to people. And you don't get a chance to do that a lot.
Yeah. Can you talk about your character and what the relationship was, not only on screen with Lake, but also, having her as a director?
Sure. My character, his name is Lewis, and he's a sound engineer. And so he kind of knows Lake's character, Carol, in that world. But he just works at this one location, and he's got his coworkers and stuff. And he's got a thing for Carol, but I think he's kind of not the most forthright kind of guy. He's kind of I don't know if he's laid back as much as it's a guy who's not really.
No, I feel like
He can't even answer a question. I mean, look at him.
I think he's charming. I think, Demetri created an amazing characterization for Lewis, which was very earnest and sweet. I think you came from a place of, it's just awkward when you like someone, and it's funny because his character can't find words as well, and here, he's fallen in love with someone who only uses her words.
And I like the script because I thought the women in the movie were funny. I thought women get to really be funny, and Lake's funny, and she made funny characters. In a lot of funny movies, either women don't get roles that are written to be funny, or they don't get to be funny. It's like the guy has to be the funny one and the woman has to react or something. You know, it's like a lot of where I'm from in the public schools I went to. It's like you get socialized. Like the guy does the bits and the girl's like, oh, you're so funny, haha, you know. But then when you see sometimes women together, you realize, oh, she's hilarious. Like she's the funny one, but the guy bulldozed, you know.
Yeah.
It's like an interesting kind of cultural thing. I thought that was cool. That was one of the really cool things about the movie. And the director being a woman and a lot of the crew. It was cool to be part of that, just to kind of be a guest in that. And I think as a director, Lake was very attentive to her friends and to them as actors as well. Not just, you know, like you were saying, I think that would be tricky to ask your friend,
Yeah.
hey, can you do this? You know, I need this, you know, because...
Because you know what they're doing.
Yeah, and
like,
it's a
hard
job,
to ask
you know.
You, like,
Yeah, and it is a job, so it's still like, there's that kind of blurry line between, we're friends, but I'm trying to help you with your movie. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to do my best here too.
And then once you're on the job, then it's like, all right, now you're asking me, like, well, what are we doing here?
Right.
Yeah, so it's kind
Yeah.
of-
No, I thought it was cool. I think for myself and for a bunch of the other people, it was, if nothing else, totally inspiring. But it happened to be a lot of other things too, which was cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think you guys did great. Thank you so
Thanks.
much.
Thanks.
Thank you for